For the first time in British history, the fiercest, most loyal military unit in the world, the Special Air Service, is assembling a legal team. Their target, the very Prime Minister they are sworn to protect. Decades ago, these specific men were deployed into the most dangerous, high-stakes environments on Earth, from the shadows of global conflicts to the volatile streets of Northern Ireland during the Troubles. They were the state's ultimate insurance policy. They operated in a world of split-second choices, making life or death decisions under heavy fire to ensure the nation's security. But today, those same soldiers are in their 70s and 80s. Instead of a peaceful retirement, they're being dragged into courtrooms to face vexatious retrospective prosecutions for actions taken a lifetime ago. The most striking part of this assault is the source. The same political establishment that ordered these men into battle is now the one leading a legal charge against them. This lawsuit represents more than just a legal dispute. It marks the complete fracturing of the fundamental loyalty between Britain's most elite warriors and the state they bled for. The source of this tension is found behind the door in number 10. Almost immediately after taking power, Keir Starmer's government initiated an aggressive shift in how the state treats its veterans. Their first major move was the decision to scrap the Northern Ireland Legacy Act. The Legacy Act functioned as a legal shield, granting conditional immunity to soldiers to prevent endless retrospective trials. By removing this barrier, the government left previously protected individuals exposed to a new wave of litigation. This opens the way for lawfare, a process where legal inquiries are used as political tools to persecute elderly soldiers and rewrite the historical narrative of the Troubles. It is a clear choice by the legislative branch, prioritising political appeasement over the protection of the nation's historical defenders. This policy shift was accompanied by a second betrayal, placing the government's ultimate legal authority in the hands of the military's most vocal critic. Meet Richard Hermer, the new Attorney General. Previously, Hermer was a human rights lawyer who spent much of his career suing the British government. His recent history is what concerns veterans the most. He represented families accusing the armed forces of murder and publicly alleged that the SAS conducted a systematic campaign of extrajudicial killings in Afghanistan. To the SAS community, appointing their chief legal antagonist to oversee the entire justice system is a blatant conflict of interest and a direct insult to their service. By elevating Hermer to the highest legal office, the government has signalled that anti-veteran litigation is now an institutional priority. This pressure isn't just felt by retired soldiers, it is actively targeting the current military leadership. Consider General Sir Gwyn Jenkins. He was one of the most respected officers in the service, but his career was suddenly derailed by the Prime Minister's office. Starmer blocked Jenkins from becoming the National Security Advisor simply because the general was mentioned in the ongoing political inquiries in SAS conduct in Afghanistan. When senior commanders are punished for the sake of political optics, it creates a chilling effect that reaches every level of the armed forces, impacting how leaders make decisions on the ground. Between dismantling legal protections, appointing known critics, and punishing senior leadership, the state has isolated the SAS. This legal rebellion is their only remaining option. This political environment doesn't just affect the past, it poses an immediate risk to current active duty troops. 7 former senior SAS officers have issued a stark warning. By turning special forces into political scapegoats, the government is effectively doing the enemy's work. The impact on recruitment is already visible. It's difficult to ask young people to risk their lives today if they believe the government will abandon them to the legal system 30 years later. The National Pact is simple. A soldier offers their life to protect the state on the condition that the state will protect the soldier. When the government weaponises the law against its own veterans for political leverage, it breaks that pact. Without that trust, the very foundation of the British military begins to dissolve. Thanks for watching the Daily Bollocks. Like, comment and subscribe. See you next time.